Good morning, Dillard family, and happy Monday. Today is the beginning of week 2 of distance learning, and it's also Spirit Week. So today is Monday, it's Hat Day. As you can see, I have on my hat, and I hope you guys are in the spirit and ready to learn. So without further ado, let's jump right into our next lesson about birds. So scholars, I want you to think for a moment, what are the characteristics of a bird? What does a bird have to have in order for it to be considered a bird? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about that. Time's up. That's right. They have to have feathers, wings, a beak, and feet. Which one do you think we're going to be focusing on today? We're going to be focusing on beaks, okay? Now, a few weeks ago, we started our story, Just Ducks. Today, we're going to go back into our story, Just Ducks, to focus on how the ducks use their beaks. So listen to me as I read it aloud. They're still eating when I cross the bridge to go to school. I look down and see them swimming around, dabbling at the surface. Now take a moment to think, scholars. What do you think the word dabbling means in the sentence? That's right. Dabbling is when a duck nibbles at the water with their beaks to get tiny bits of food, okay? Now, who remembers what are some of the things that mallard ducks eat? You have a great memory, that's right. They eat insects and plants, okay? And they also eat seeds. Good one, I almost forgot that. Okay, let's continue reading. And remember, we're focusing on their beaks. Uppending to reach food that's underwater. Brr, it's so cold. What do you think the word uppending means in this sentence? That's right. Uppending is when ducks push their heads right under the water to get food, okay? Now, I want to show you a picture of what uppending looks like. This is what uppending looks like. When a duck's head is right under the surface, you can see their bottoms are in the air, and they're getting some good old insects and snails and plants and seeds and all of their favorite foods, okay? Now, so what do we learn are the 2 ways ducks can use their beaks? That's right, dabbling and uppending. Say it with me. Dabbling and uppending. Very good, okay? Now, we're going to learn some more about beaks. I want you to listen as I continue to read aloud in our book, Birds, about some more ways that birds can use their beaks. A bird's beak is perfectly shaped to eat its favorite foods. Some beaks catch fish, some beaks crack nuts. Wow. So what do we learn that birds can use their beaks to do already? Catch fish and crack nuts. Okay? And what are these 2 text features called that we see on these 2 pages in this dark print? If you said captions, you're a super scholar. Kiss your brain. All right, I'm going to read the captions now. A long beak helps the toucan save energy. It can reach fruit and trees without even moving. So that means that it doesn't even have to move its body. It can just use its long, strong beak to get its job done for them. That's pretty cool, right? Beaks come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. They are used for grooming, which means cleaning up and taking care of themselves, and for fighting as well as eating, okay? Now, we just learned 3 new ways that birds can use their beaks. Who can tell me what they are? I knew you would. That's right. Grooming, fighting, and we already learned that they use them for eating. Okay? Now, what are these text features called? We can see these little print, not as dark as this, but I know you guys know what this is because you use it so much in your drawings, which I really love and appreciate. That's right, they're called labels, okay? Now, it says that the Atlantic puffin uses its beak to grasp fish, and we can see that it has the fish hanging out of its mouth. The Australian pelican uses its beak to trap fish. And I know you guys have seen this bird in a movie before. Finding Nemo, yep, that was him. The buzzard uses its beak to tear flesh, and flesh is like skin and body, okay? All right, so now that we've read about birds' beaks in our story Birds, as well as our story Just Ducks, I want you guys to do your best to draw your own bird and label it and tell me what its beak looks like. Okay, now this is Miss Williams' drawing. So as you can see, I drew a mallard duck. I labeled it, its feathers, its beak, its eyes, its feet, its wings. I told you the name of the bird, mallard duck, and then I told you what it looks like. The mallard duck's beak is long and rounded at the end. It can be yellow or brown depending on if it's a boy drake or a girl duck. Okay? So I want you to do your best to draw your picture, label it, name it, and tell me what it looks like in a complete sentence restating the question. Okay? All right, good luck, you guys, with your bird drawings. And I can't wait to see you in our next lesson tomorrow about birds.